Hello? 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 Hey guys, what's going on? It's Amy Coon, aka 1028, signing in from Kids Network Studios. Am I over here? Am I over there? I think I'm in the middle here. And today we're reviewing Crash Tag Team Racing! No, not really. We're reviewing Crash Team Racing. I always get Crash Tag Team Racing and Crash Team Racing mixed up. That's kind of my bad. But we're reviewing CTR. Let's leave it at that. CTR was the first racing game for the Crash Bandicoot series ever to be made. And of course, the first cutscene catches my eye. Crash Bandicoot, his friends and foes are preparing to enter a racing kart tournament. Unfortunately, though, a space alien named Nitrous Oxide travels from far out space to Earth and offers a challenge to its inhabitants. He claims to be the fastest racer in the entire galaxy, who travels the stars looking for creatures to test his skill. So he creates a challenge that he calls Survival of the Fastest. Oxide races against the best racer on Earth. If Earth's drivers wins, Oxide promises to leave the world alone, which he calls a miserable little rock, BT dubs. But if Oxide wins, he will turn the entire globe into a concrete parking lot and make Earth's inhabitants his slaves forever. This does not sound good. So our heroes instantly jump into action, as do the villains who want to take over the world in their own right. Now, I have to admit, this being the first Crash Bandicoot racing game, it was really good. I liked the weapons, I liked the arsenal. I was surprisingly very, very good. And I did use a few cheats, but that was only to open up a few characters that I needed to get the 100% ending. But I did eventually get all 20 CTR tokens, all 5 gem cups, and all the relics. And you know, I actually had a blast. And then Oxide went bye-bye. There are a few downsides that I did not like. Number 1. And that was, well, a few of the tracks. Several of the tracks were really, really hard, and if you did not know what you were doing, yeah, you were either going to wind up in last place or off the track, quite literally. Number 2. The Trophy Girls. I know you're like, what? Why'd you put the Trophy Girls on here? Let me explain. The Trophy Girls seem to came out of complete and total nowhere. Who are they? Where'd they come from? And, where'd they come from? I mean, did Cortex create these guys or not? Number 3. Oxide Station. Coincidentally, the hardest track in the game, and the track you race Oxide on. Now, granted, there's a lot of jumps, there's a lot of turning, there's a lot of everything. But it's really hard, and unless you know what you're doing, it's going to take you a while to complete and defeat Nitrous Oxide. Twice, if you don't get everything within the first time. So you're just like, sorry, I had to do it. It was just needed. There was the adventure, there was racing trophies, there was boss keys, there was relics, there was tokens, there was gems. There was the time trial, there was also versus, of course. And there was also the battle. The battle arenas also bothered me as well. I'm going to talk about this really quick. The battle arena didn't seem like much of a competitive area. But if you like battling, by all means, battle your hearts out. And of course, the weapons, the tracking missiles, the bowling balls, the power shields, the explosive crates, embryo beakers, and trophies clock, turbo extra, warp board, aku aku, uk uk, depending on if your character was good or evil. And of course, the carts and their stats. We have Crash, who's on the good side, with a, well, his type is an all-rounder. Cortex, obviously evil, all-rounder. Tiny, top speed, and evil. Coco is on the good side, obviously, with great acceleration. Engine, obviously on the evil side, with acceleration. Dignodile with top speed, of course he was evil. Polar, good, with handling as his type of cart. Hura is also good with handling. Ripperoo, evil, handling. Kind of makes sense. Papa Papu, who's also evil, and his cart was top speed. Komodo Joe, cart was all-rounder, and of course he was evil. Pinstripe, who was also evil, had a type cart of acceleration. He also had Fake Crash, who was also evil, and his type of cart was an all-rounder. And Trophy, who was evil, had top speed as his cart type. And Pented Penguin, depending on if you could hack the codes, was good and had, depending on which variation you played. In the PAL version, it was perfect, and the NTSC, it was handling, and of course Nitrous Oxide, who was not playable, was perfect. Figures. The only perfect one is not available to play. I'm not counting Pented Penguin because I didn't play the PAL version. I played the actual hands-on game. And I had to admit, I rocked that game. Sorry, I had to do it. But all in all, I give Crash Team Racing a 9.5 out of 10. Yay! Sorry. Next time, guys, we're going to be reviewing another old classic Crash game. Which game is that? Well, it's none other than Crash Bash! I'm pretty sure you guys remember that game. I know I do. Pogo Sticks. I'll get into that when we get into that. But that won't be until Friday, and today's Wednesday. So next time, guys, we're going to go over Crash Bash. But until then, this is Amy Coon, AK1028, signing off from Kids Network Studios. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace!